Good morning, everyone. How are you today? I hope you're all feeling well. We're going from rain to warm days here. It's a bit ridiculous. 1 minute you're in jumpers, the next minute you're in sleeveless blouses. So who knows? My name's Suzie, and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. So as long as you don't already have a demonstrator, I can help you out with anything to do with paper crafting, whether it's scrapbooking or card making. So anything to do with dyes, paper, stamps, glues, embellishments, all that sort of stuff I can help you with. And I always get it wrong, but in that corner up there is a shop with me little QR code. So you just need to put your camera on that QR code and you'll be able to shop with me. Plus in the link below here is all my information. So my Stampin' Up website, my email address, my phone number, all down there below to help you. Plus there's a link if you're wanting to get one of our new catalogues. So when you go down, just press the more button and it'll all unfold for you. Well, today's the 4th of June already. I was supposed to go and have my hair done this afternoon, but my hairdresser's not well, so she cancelled until Friday. So a couple of days won't make any difference. So today what we're doing, we're all still on our gallery blooms and beautiful motif stamp sets and die sets. What I want to do though is before I do anything else is to show you this. Hi Kim, how are you going? Just home from dinner? Lovely. So, as I was saying, I got a lovely surprise yesterday in the mail. I might just leave it for a few minutes to for people to jump on, so I can show you what I received. Hi Suzie, how are you today? So this is the one that we're doing today, and it's a pyramid fold. So this is a card we'll be doing today. So quite an interesting fold, but easy, and it does fold down to go into an envelope, which is good. So I'll show you that in a minute when I go down to the crafting desk. Working while you watch, Sue? That's good. Now, in the mail yesterday, I got this gorgeous card. And even my son made a comment onto it. Isn't it gorgeous? That came from Debbie. She sent me a Mother's Day card. Well, kids don't bother with Mother's Day card. sometimes they do, it depends. I actually did get one from Shane and his family this time. Actually, I usually get one from them. So she's got her handmade stamp on the back. I don't know whether you can see that. But yes, it is stunning. It's in the little window. So it pop up. It was so sweet. I was really surprised. And on the back, she's got, sorry, I'm late. So that really cheered me up yesterday. So thank you, Debbie. I did send her a message yesterday saying thank you for it. So, yeah, it was a lovely surprise. So let's go down to the desk now, to the crafting desk. As you know, I don't like to spend too much time waffling on about nothing really. Hi, Debbie. I've just shown your card off. I just showed the ladies your beautiful card that you sent me. It's absolutely gorgeous. And as I said to you yesterday, my son even commented, and for him, it's got to be nice for him to comment on. That's great. Yeah, well, you don't need to comment, Deb. I know it's probably late there where you are, is it? Yes, I was thinking the same, Sue. How are you doing? So, as I said, this is a card and it will fit in an envelope, but you have to, there's a secret to it. So you have to push that one that way and then push this one down the other way, and it will fit into an envelope. So that's good. Oh, that's no good, Deb. Sending hugs to you and good vibes. Healing vibes to you. We're all thinking of you. So, this I got off Rachel Truman. Yeah, we all do, sweetie. So, I've actually, doesn't want to come out. So, I'll go through the sizes with you as we fold them. So, it was Rachel. I think it's Truman or Tessman. It's not on here. Just let me. I don't think I've got it up neither. So anyway, it was Rachel. I think it's Tessman. I'm not sure. I should have wrote it down. So the original, or the first part of the card, are you just off to sleep, Deb? And we'll all be thinking of you. So this one is 5.5 by 9. So then we've got to fold it. The first one I folded, and I still haven't found my bone folder. I don't understand how things can disappear when I haven't used it or taken it somewhere else. Beats me. So now we're going to, it's 5.5 by 9 inches, and we're going to score it at 3 3/4, 4 1/4, 8 inches, and then 8.5. So that's our little fold line for the glue, that 1/2 inch. It's called Gremlins. Yeah, I'm sure. I even tidied up my desk. It's probably fallen somewhere. So that is our first pillar. So the score lines on that, if you want them, are 3 3/4, 4 1/4, 8 inches, and 8.5. Then we've got our second one, which is 5.5 by 6. That looks a little fold. Let me just check that. So it should be scored at 2 1/4. Yeah, that's right. 2 3/4. That is correct. 5 inches and 5.5. So my line's out a bit. So 5 inches. And then 5.5, which is right. So it was just this one that was out. So we'll just fold that. Of the 50% off you're talking about, Kim? So I've got an order sitting there, but I haven't earned the 50% off what I, even though I've got one, and that's going to be the second pillar. And that won't matter because it'll be covered over. So that's our second one. Okay, so that one was 5.5 by 6, scored at 2 1/4, 2 3/4, 5 inches, and 5.5. Have you taken advantage of it, Kim? They're going to have to really seriously look for that bone folder. So again, this one is 3 by 5.5. Scored at 3 1/4. No, sorry, 3/4, 1 1/4, 2 inches, and 2 1/2. And that gives you your little top layer. All right, so I'll put those to one side. And I was just about to have a look. You're totally confused with it. Yeah, it is a bit confusing. You can order a suite and you can order see what the new line exclusives come out. So from what I can gather is that if you order a suite, and you can order anything from what I gather, and then you can get 50% off the second suite. So it can be anything, I think, in that second suite, and it will go on the highest value, I think it is. Yes, you can mix the items. That's what I understand as well, Sue, is that you can mix the items. It doesn't have to be. I'm just wondering if we can make it out of this one. I love this. Absolutely gorgeous. Rachel did it out of this one, so I don't want to pick the same one as she made. I made the second one. I made the pre-trial, shall we say. Yes, you do. 2 items on one order, either a bundle paper or a suite. That's about right, Kim. And I saw something where somebody said it had to be on a separate order, but I don't think that's correct. I don't know where that came from. So I'm just wondering if I can do this one. So we'll see how it turns out. So this is out of the paper that goes with the Gallery of Blooms. It's all beautiful paper. You got an A and B side. I have to find the back on it. That can come later. So now to do this part. Could even do it with this because it's got to be. Hi Tanya, how are you going? No, I think that was incorrect, Kim, when somebody said you have to put a different order in. It's not correct. Not the way I read it. So Now we've got to cut our strips. Hi, Elizabeth. Yeah, that's correct, Elizabeth. The ordering special, if you place 2 sweets plus paper, is 50% off, and it comes to the highest value, I think it said, on the second one. So it's a bit ambiguous, I think, the way that it was put, but yeah. Anyway, let's get on with this card. It's better to buy the paper in a separate order. Yeah. You just have to have 2. The lowest price of the is the one that's 50% off. Now, with our and I'm not a person to do yeah, see, I can't understand. Somebody said it's got to be a separate order, and I can't understand how they can get 50% off if you're putting it in a different order. Yeah, I'm getting a little confused too, Tanya. I'll find the write-up on it, and I'll put it on my business page of what you've got to do. And I think Linda talked about it yesterday in her live, but unfortunately I missed it. I've got to go back and watch the replay. So we've got to have a square of 5 3/8. So there's our 5, 5 1/4, and then 5 3/8 is the next largest line. And I'm going to take that off. Then we're going to do the same with the other side. So we want to go 5 1/4, and then the next largest line off. Ooh, I don't know. Now you've got to keep them all in a line too. And then you do 3/8. So 3/8 is just before the half, that long line before the half mark. So I've got to make some room here because you've got to keep these in line. So that then is the 3/8. And then we've got to do 5/8. So 5/8 is after 1 1/2, and then the first long one after that. That's not 5/8. I've messed this up now. No, I've messed that up, so I'm going to get another piece. So fractions do my heading. I'm an inches person. So we've got to, now, so the first piece we've got to do is we've got to make it 5 3/8 by 5 3/8. So 5, 5 1/4, and 3/8 is that longest line after that. So we'll put that there, and I might take, so 5, 5 1/4, oops, 5, 5 1/4, and 5 3/8. I've got to keep double checking on this. So 5 1/4, and then so 5, 5 1/4, and the next longest one is 5 3/8. And that's going to go right through my roses, and I don't want that. So I won't take it from the base. So 5 1/4, 5 3/8. I should have cut this out before. Then we've got to do 3/8. And then the next one is 5/8, which is there. I should mark it on my so 5 1/4. Yeah, me too, Kim. This does my head in what's it? Fractions. I've got a little tag that I can work it out from. So 5/8 and then 3/8. It is a little bit sort of fiddly doing this part of it. Oops. So keep them all in a row. And then your last one should be your 3/8. Okay. Yeah, I grew up with inches, and that's where I've stayed. And fractions, I was never any good at. So, yeah, inches are best for me, otherwise it does my head in. Okay, so we're going to take our largest pillar, not pillow, and then we're going to put some glue on it. I'm just going to have a sip. Plus, I did my schooling in the UK. So not only did I have to change currency when I came here, I also had to change centimeters, and that just, as I say, it does my head in fractions and centimeters. I do it. I have a little chart here that helps me. Yeah, I do too. Cups, the old measures as well. So that's our first one done. We'll put that off to the side. Then we'll go to our second one. And we're going to put glue on that one. And make sure that you get it to the edge. And hold it so that till the glue So Marla came home yesterday. They brought her home. So Paul got an urn for her ashes, a necklace, a picture with a paw print on it, and a lock of her hair. So that came yesterday afternoon. And the lady was showing me everything that Paul had ordered. And I was nearly in tears again while she was going through it. So there's our second pillar. Quite agree with you there, Kim. I couldn't. It doesn't come to my head. It's always inches. But I'm too old to change now. So last night I went to a little concert. One of the counsellors that I work with, she has a choir. She used to have the choir where we worked, but when she got booted out, the choir went with her. That was a little bit too far over. So every now and again they put a little concert on, only for about an hour. They all sing together and then they do some solos as well. So that was really nice to go. Mr. Google tells me a lot. So if I don't know the answer, I Google it. That way I get to know everything. I don't say it stays in the brain though. Now, we're going to get a pencil. Yeah, I miss Linda's live too. I will watch the replay. So on the top here, I'm going to get my pencil and I'm going to measure in 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to do the same on the bottom. Don't flatten it, leave it in the pillar like that. Yes, Google is your friend. And then I'm going to take this first pillar here, and this is the back where you've got the seam. So I'm now going to put some glue on here. And I'm going to put it down on the pencil marks that I have marked. So it's got to reach you got to get it on the end as well, which I seem to be. That's all right there. That's all right. So it's got to be, yeah, that. That's about right. Oops. I'm going to mess around with it so much, trying to get it straight. Because we've also got to have three-quarters there. So I'm just going to mark it because that seemed a little lopsided. So to make sure I've got it right, I'm just putting another couple of pencil marks. And you won't see the pencil marks. Geez, I'm doing well here, aren't I? You can use tearing tape on here if you want to, but I use glue because it gives me a little bit of wiggle room. So let's try again. So there and there. And up the top. There we go. Eventually. And then we'll put our next one on. You have socks as old as Tanya. I've never heard of that saying before. And then we're going to put this in the middle of this one. This might put pencil mark on. Yes, I think I'm about right anyway. And then we'll just pop that one on there. That looks about right. So, there we go. So, I'm going to take one of these little strips. And I'm going to put some glue. And again, you can use tearing tape if you wish. And I'm going to put it in the middle of there. Then I'm going to take this big piece and I'm going to put some glue on this one. I'm going to sit it on there. You can get that one quite straight. Then we're going to take another piece and we're going to, again, a glue of your choice. Now what you've got to watch and we're going to put it here. So that piece, no, it has to go there. Then we're going to take another piece. It's a little bit fiddly. And we're going to put that on here and try and line up where the flower is. And you just keep doing this all the way along till you come to the end of it. Oops, come here, you. You're running away from me. So all in all, with having Marla put to sleep and then the cremation and the things he's bought for Bella, because he was her dog originally, it cost him over $1,000. Not cheap. Mind you, he didn't need to get all of that stuff, but he did. That was over $600 for the bits and pieces. I'd better start saving for Zeus. That's for sure. Yeah, I can believe that, Tanya. So the pets are like the family. And I think Zeus is still missing the big girl. because he keeps walking around and he's a bit lost. So you see now why we have to, that's true, yes, we love our fur babies. Left it off, it's blocked up. Come on. Why aren't we coming out? I can feel it clogged in there. Try again. There we go. Well, because I put it down on its side and not back in the upright thing. So now again, we're going to put this on the side, on that little strip. So see why we have to keep it together, so it shows. It's probably not the best one to show it. There we go. So that's finished now. We don't need these two pieces here. So so as you can see, we've kept the flowers going. Which is only two. Here's the prototype that I did. So it does stand up, and then you can decorate however you want it. And it does fold. It does go in, so you've got to fold that one that way and that middle one back, and it will go in an envelope. So we're going to do, we don't need these two pieces. Throw them away. I'm going to use our I nearly said stylish shapes, but it's not. It's Spotlight on Nature. So I'm going to take the third one in, and then I'm going to take the next one down. And Tanya, I got a lovely surprise. You didn't see it because it was at the beginning, from Debbie. Happy Mother's Day. Beautiful card. Came yesterday in the post. So it's gorgeous. Even my son made a comment on it, and for him to make a comment, he has to think it's worthwhile. It's absolutely beautiful. So, lovely surprise in the post yesterday. Thank you, Deb. Now, do you think I can get both on here? Actually, I might do that big one a different colour. Instead of doing both. So there's our white piece to print on. Now, get rid of the I think I'm going to have to get another plate shortly. This one's terrible. Yeah, she was on earlier. I don't know whether she's still on. She was just watching. She wasn't going to comment. She's feeling quite tired with it. Now, what colour shall we do this? Oh. That's not wide enough anyway, but how about that? Try that one, see what it looks like. If I cut it big enough. Ooh, only just. Only just. That's all my scrap pieces. Well, part of them anyway. I've got to start throwing the really small ones away. Oh, that's nice, Tanya. She was going to watch, I don't know whether she has gone or not, but she was fairly tired. So we all send her healing vibes and hugs. And of course, while you sleep, you heal. Now, I wonder whether this is going to be strong enough. Jeez. So I think I might put another piece of card under that. So what if we do that? The same size. And then put that on the top. You won't really see that. It just gives that gold piece a bit of strength. So we'll see what it looks like, okay? So you can put anything you want on that middle bit. And I did these up yesterday afternoon. So that's the gallery balloons. So I've done what the square cuts out each piece, and I've done the different colours so you can see it. Then I've put all the die cuts and all those pieces that you can stamp so that you can see what things look like, because you've got a lot of these little pieces in here. So, you know, they cut out all of those too. Then I did the beautiful motifs. And of course, these don't cut out. They just do like a pop-up type thing. So I did that. These are the two that you can cut out. And then I've done the Stampin' What You Can. And I've lost a hello somewhere. But that gives you an idea of what you can do. Oh, thank you. It just, sometimes when you get a new set and you look at it and you don't know what's what, like, you know. So we're going to put this gold piece onto that grey piece, just to give it a little bit of stiffness. It won't stop you from folding it because it's exactly the same size. Now we want a stamp. Let's get rid of this. You won't believe some of the stuff I have down beside me. So just note, thank you for everything. And I think I did that top one on the other one. Yeah, I did. So what if we do thank you for everything? Probably would be, Kim. But some of them aren't. These are in the book. Some of them are on the online exclusive. So I was thinking of putting that sort of stamp on, stamp off, so it's light, and then put thank you for everything, which is this one. So we'll see what that looks like. I'll get some blocks. Oh, that really stuck, didn't it? I can't believe that it's Wednesday already. Now I'm going to smush these because they haven't been used before, and I'm going to take some scrap paper here to smush it. So we don't sell that one anymore. So colour. So it's Cajun Crepe. So what am I going to stamp in? Secret Sea. Might do Secret Sea. You should have seen me by the time I finished yesterday. I had ink all over me. I put my hand in it. Honestly, sometimes I am worse than a child. Now, I hope this turns out, otherwise we'll just that's a bit darker than what I wanted. There we go. A little, yeah, I reckon too, Kim. I love it. And I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. This is curled up asleep. Got his head tucked down. Fast asleep he is. I'm glad somebody can sleep like that. I had a terrible night's sleep last night. So I'm going to now put this on here. Just a little bit. In the middle. Got a bit more around the top. I kept having these weird dreams. I don't know what it was all about. I'm just going to have a sip of my coffee. I read. I lay down to go to sleep because I always read before I go to sleep. And I was drawing my head off, snuggled under the covers, and that was it. My brain wouldn't stop. So I'm actually going to put, instead of putting this glue on the circle there, I'm actually going to put glue roughly in the middle here. Oops, and then I'm going to put it on and I'm going to eyeball. Roughly where the middle is. So you can put this in an envelope, but you've got to go that flat, that one flat, and then this one that way. Otherwise this part sticks out up here. So there's a little sneaky way of getting it into an envelope. So if we want, we can stick a little of you read too before you go to bed, Kim? Yeah. I did shift work for years and could never go to sleep right away. So I've always read before I go to sleep. So we can put maybe that one this way. You love Secret C2, Tanya? Yes, so do I. So we can put that there. Oh, and stick it all down. Only some of it. And I mean, you can't put an awful lot of stuff on here neither. And it's not going to get in the way when you fold it and put it in the envelope, because you're going this way and then that way. So it's still going to go in the envelope. I know that feeling, Sue. I'm the same. So I'm just thinking, see what we've got. You have to pop it back up when you fold it. So I was just thinking if I had a little something. Yeah, look, but it won't take another one. Actually, that's stuck. I was going to say this is a nicer one than what that is. But and that would be too big. I thought I might just have a little flower or something. Probably have got another container with bits and pieces in. This one's got a lot of sentiments and hearts. We'll cut a heart off. But that's silver and that's gold, so it's not really. I think we'll leave it as is. So we can put some gems on it, and we can put some wink of Stella on it. So I'll get wink of Stella out. So we've got to be careful on, as soon as it's gold, we got some little gold hearts. So what if we put a couple of little gold hearts on there? Because we've got the gold on the circle there. You don't have to use the circle, you can use the square, you can use what you want. Put one there. Another one there. Oh yes, they've got some itty bitty ones. So I'll put a little one just there. There we go. Add some wink. I think I'm nearly out. I've got two going. Oops, that was... I think they're both nearly empty. I got my sister one when she comes up. So when she's here, I'll have to find out the dates, and we'll do a video together. So there's our finished project, finished card. This was my prototype that I did, just to make sure I get things right. And then this one. Thank you, Tanya. So I'll come back up to the top. Just change my camera over. Okay, I'm back. So I hope you like that. Something a little bit different. So I hope you like that. Something a little bit different. Yeah, she will, Kim. We did, when I went down to Adelaide, we did 2 videos together with my sister on. So she's only here for a couple of days. So we'll do a video together. So last time we were there, I had my camera sitting on a cereal box trying to do it. So this time at least we've got the camera and I've got an iPad, so she can be a guest on the iPad. Thank you, Kim. So, yeah, I have to think of something for us to do, something special. So, just a minute, sorry. I got caught in my throat. So, I want to thank you very much for being with me and watching, and I love the comments you make, and you talk to each other, you care about each other. It's a really nice community we've got going. And I know I say that every time, that, or just about every time, but it is. So I thank you very much. If you're sitting out in the background there, come in and say hello. You don't have to, but you can do. These ladies are lovely. So tomorrow we've got Throwback Thursday or Flashback Thursday. So I'll find a card that is not current anymore, or maybe something that's on the last Chancellors, which is going through. There's another update of it, so things are going really fast. Thank you, Sue. We'll see you tomorrow. Lovely. So have a fantastic day. See you later, Kim. Have a fantastic day, and I will be back tomorrow at 10:30 with Flashback Thursday. I always do 10:30 unless I let you know. And then Friday we've got Funfold. So Funfold will be with our gallery of blooms and our beautiful motif. So those two will be a Funfold, or at least one of them, depending. So today we've shown the paper. So have an awesome day. Take care if you're out on the roads, and love to everybody. Be safe. Bye for now. Bye.